Now let's turn to the Senate. Tomorrow, the Senate is scheduled to take the first procedural vote on a 6-bill funding package. The right way forward is simple. 5 of these bills are ready to go, and the Senate should pass them as soon as possible. If Leader Thune agrees to split these bills, just as Johnson did in the House, Senate Democrats are ready to join Republicans in passing them and funding 96% of the federal government. But the DHS bill, the 6th bill, needs more work in the aftermath of Preddy's death, Good's death, and the awful abuses we have seen from ICE across the country. Until ICE is properly reined in and overhauled, the DHS funding bill doesn't have the votes to pass the Senate. Let me say that again so the White House hears it. Until ICE is properly reined in and overhauled legislatively, the DHS funding bill doesn't have the votes to pass the Senate. Now, Leader Thune knows that, and so I urge Leader Thune not to put all 6 bills, including DHS, on the floor, but rather split them so we can focus on what we can pass right now. Time is short. We shouldn't waste time on failed votes right now, or else the government will shut down. I know both sides recognize we need to act in response to the awful tragedies that have taken place in Minneapolis, and senators, Democrat and Republican, are talking and sharing ideas. But given how little time we have left before the funding deadline, the first right step for the Senate is for Leader Thune to split the funding bills and put the 5 bills on the floor, 96% of federal funding, that can pass. It's the right and expedient thing to do to ensure that most of the government is funded in time. And if Thune doesn't do it, the shutdown of the government is on his back. If he does it, we can have the necessary, if he puts the 5 bills on the floor and leaves DHS out, then we can have the necessary negotiation to rework the DHS bill and add common sense safeguards to rein in ICE's very real and very dangerous abuses. The bottom line is simple. The American people support law enforcement. They support border security, but they do not support ICE terrorizing our streets and killing American citizens. ICE needs to be held to the same basic standards that any law enforcement agency is asked to follow. Republicans must work with Democrats on legislative fixes to ensure ICE is reined in and overhauled to protect the public's safety. I yield the floor.